Hello everyone, you're back with Ginger Overlord, and I hope you're all having a wonderful week. This is where we ended up today. We had some troubles and some strife that we had to fight through to get this video out, but I hope you all enjoy it, and if you have any improvements I can make to the design or anything you want to see built next in this little port city that we're slowly building up, please leave a comment and let me know what I should do next. Let's jump right into it. I'm starting today off in a little bit of a weird situation. I was trying to figure out how to make a simple Creekin farm, which I did Rayworks simple design, which is just this guy and you attack the Creekin, right, and it spawns on. And originally I saw this a couple days ago, a piglin holding a spear. You can put looting on it and you put it on a minecart with a snow golem that attacks it, and then the piglin will actually attack the creature in front of it after it's been hit by the snow golem. But creatures hitting the Creekin doesn't cause the resin to spawn. So I just put a dog in there. Right now he's not in a minecart, he is just standing and he is attacking. I think if you put him in a minecart they'll continuously attack as well, but they don't when they're sitting. Even if it doesn't work with them continuously attacking outside the minecart, I can just stand over here and he will attack every second or so. And then every 5 seconds, right, we're at 11 resin here. Every 5 seconds or so, it'll spawn more resin, and bada bing, bada boom, automatic resin farm, not manual. Honestly, it might be better to fill the upstairs of the balloon just with dog guys if I can get them to work in the minecart. But I would still have to go up there each night and attack them once. So if I want resin, I probably just use the bigger farm where I'm hitting. I don't know, there's less loss with this though. It's just instant. Ooh, it's a tough decision. But anyways, I'm going to build one of these guys in my world to get the base resin farm and kind of get the base resin I need to build the other one I designed inside the balloon, and we'll go from there. We might do a bunch of these guys inside instead. Nah, I don't know. It's hard to get the Creekin to spawn exactly where you want it with this setup. It took like 2 minutes for him to spawn after night, but let's go build this. Had to visit the ooze farm real quick to repair up some tools before starting to build the farm. The first step for building this temporary farm was pretty easy. It was just get the dogs out into the water, away from where the Creekins could spawn on anything else, and I didn't have to make it too high up in the air. Now that I have all my dogs over here, I want to do the layout platforms for the actual hearts, and then we'll do all the spots of the dogs right along on the rails, and we'll see if it works. Okay, as you can see, we now have the first one set up and running, where the dog is just hitting it every chance it gets. And now we get to slowly set up the rest of them, hopefully. I think I have to take away the Creekin heart in order to really get them. So let's see if we can't do this surgically. Oh, this is going to take forever in the water too. Hold up, speed it up. I kind of forgot that I was recording and was just trucking along with getting the Creekins going. But this trident guy spawned and I'm like, well, you know, I have to kill him. I only have 1 or 2 tridents that I don't use for anything. What would a third do for me? And he had a Nautilus and a trident, which I don't think I've seen in a while. So that was pretty cool. Wasn't expecting a loyalty and unbreaking trident, but and a Nautilus shell. Yeah, that guy had good loot. Let's grab our next doggo and put him on up top for the second rung. That is 1 down with him going. Let's go down to the next row without messing up. Now I have trap doors down, so hopefully they can just fall right in. What's wrong with this guy? Can I nudge you? Okay, I can't nudge you. After a full night of troubleshooting, I did get most of the farms up and running and working for a bit. We're going to look at how much I actually was able to get out of the first night. But none of these besides the first one was running for most of the night. So I do need to get better at trapping the Creekins faster. But let's look at the results and see how well one night of this did, and if this is a feasible way to get enough resin to get the big farm up and running. We ended up with almost a stack from that one go without all of them running, mainly only one of them running for the whole time. So if we can figure out how to get them to spawn where we need them to be, or easily lure them down into that to punch them right away, this might end up being pretty well, but let's check our material list. How much do we need from resin again? We needed, let's see, where's it at? Okay, so we got 4 stairs. And I don't see the resin. Oh, there they are, right at the top. 99, and then 150, but that's, is it 2 slabs a block? I think it's 2 slabs of rock, so that's 75 plus 4, we're at 79, plus 99, 178. So we need 178 blocks, and we got how many? So 3 nights, and each day is 20 minutes, so about an hour, and we'll have enough of this stuff, I think, for what we need to build blocks. But maybe not. These are 9. Is it a full 9 resin for a brick, or do I just need 4 bricks? I don't know. Let's go take a quick look. Let's melt some down. Okay, now have 9 resin bricks. Really hoping that it's just 4. Please be 4. It is. Okay, so honestly, probably just one more AFK night, and then I'm assuming if I use a stone cutter, I can turn that into the chisel block that I need. And let's double check that it's just 1 block for 2 slabs. We have our stone cutter in our beautiful building over here, I think, unless I moved it. Nice little blacksmith home in the pantry. Okay. Yep, it's 1 for those, and it's nice. Okay, so I only need to wait like 1 more night of AFKing. I'm going to clear out my inventory, do some chores, and we'll attempt to get this up and running again. I should probably fix the spawning platforms, but honestly, with how well just having 1 worked, I think I'll just wait and see how it goes. We have another trident guy. We did just get, I think, our 2nd or 3rd trident, and I still haven't really used them. But, ooh, ow. Never going to say no to another one, and didn't get it. Okay, it's definitely nighttime. I was a little bit late. I was building an auto smelter to smelt down the resin we got last time. Let's get these guys going. I figured out why this second one wasn't working. It wasn't working because at some point I had left-clicked on the dog. Okay, still got to get the 1st and the 3rd one up. That guy took a while to get into his spot. We definitely didn't have all these running for a very long amount of time, but we did have all of them running at some point. I just need a better spawning platform if I ever go back to this on how to get them down in that hit right away. If you're doing it yourself, it's fine because you can just look at them and hit them wherever they spawn at. But with the dogs, you have to get them right where you need them. Okay, let's check out how much we got. Not a lot that time, just 2 stacks of resin, which isn't very much. Let's go ahead and put it in our super smelter that we just built up. And tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be able to get enough to get that material list set. Here's the simple little design that I built. This is just in our lava room. Easy enough to grab a bucket and put them into this chest. Yep. Put those into this chest, have it be fuel, and items that we want to smelt down could be here. Definitely not something I want to keep in here long term, but as a temporary little furnace array to just be smelting in the background as we're doing what we're doing, perfectly fine. Okay, let's move off of the resin a little bit. I'll do the rest of that on my own. Let's get our sheep started to get organized because we definitely need a lot of black wool. So instead of doing 1 of each color down below in here, in this guy, I think I'll do mainly just black and white sheep this time and start getting all that wool going at the same time that this monstrosity is running. Now to build the sheep farm, we should just need a observer. Do I need to, yeah, I need to place it from the other side. How do I do this? Let's just mine in here a little, and bada bing bada boom. So if we have a grass block, and then we can place the observer, maybe, like so. And then if we have redstone right here with our shearing device, boom, boom. Do I have any andesite on me? 1 block. Probably came from right there. Okay, so now if we get a sheep right in there and we have shears, it'll shear it, and then we just need to make sure that we get mine carts below it, which this is a little bit more of a pain than I thought it was going to be. Let's just put that in front. Then we know there's a sheep there, and then we're going to scooch a sheep in there. Sheep, who wants to go? Nice. Okay, I only need one of you right now. Only need one. One to go right there. Okay. And that sheep's now locked in there. We just have to put shears into the dispenser and then put a minecart down below. And we have one. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these guys in their own little stalls. With this right here, we have all the resin blocks we need and the wool. Let's go ahead and get started on getting some of the wood that we need, and quartz, I might say that for last. Glass, I think I have enough glass, I just need to get orange dye. Not quite sure which flower gives that, but we'll go hunt some down. For the wood, let's get the pale oak first, and then the dark oak, and then spruce. I think I'm probably just gonna grow them out here on the side and chop them down. I think it's finally time. I believe I've gathered all the materials here that I need. Now this isn't a lot of materials, which really makes me respect and put in perspective some of those bigger YouTubers that make massive builds. I spent like 6 hours just, let me hop up here. Just hopping from here to the chest, down, get some materials, get some other materials, get some other materials. Oh, now I gotta go back over here. Okay, put them in the chest, rinse, repeat, until I had everything I needed. So much time. Like, it's insane. I'm gonna go grab a shulker so I can carry all of it up top with me once I start building. And then let's start putting this together. And I might have to reload it. I don't know why it's torn in half, but let's build. I am so sad. My Minecraft crashed, and I went to a doctor's appointment, and I came back, and my inventory was full of blocks with 3 shulkers. And none of my blocks that I prepped for this build are in my chest besides the extra ones I brought over here. Which means that crash got rid of some of my inventory, all of my inventory of me collecting everything. Oh, I don't even know how that happens, because like I kept my armor, my tools. I'm really hoping if I go over here, my shulkers are still in my box over there, because if they're not, then it's not like the rest of the items I collected for my base are going to be in their chests. I imagine not, at least. This is so frustrating, because that means I have to redo, you know, 5-6 hours of work to get all the hot air balloon blocks. And I was supposed to be like 30 minutes or an hour away from being done with this. But, you know, let's just hope they're over there. Let's check it out. And they are not over here. They were in these 3 spots right here. Oh, and I'm going to take that my shroom lights that I had saved up aren't over here either. Man, that is so unfortunate. At least I can get some of the materials I need back, because I do have extras of some things, but all of that resin and everything, I'm going to have to load up that farm some more. A little bit defeated, but it's okay. We'll manage. We'll get everything back. Let's re-prep. that was rough, especially because I had to regather all of the blocks in order to make this farm happen. And I definitely didn't gather all of them again before I started building. I got a bit impatient, and I think that made it take even longer. But we do have our hot air balloon up and running, and the farm is running. Now, there are a few things I still need to change up now that I have it running. One, I don't want to have to click here. So I'm going to see if I can put a wolf and a minecart kind of there and there in the corners and see if they have any amount of AoE splash attack, especially because if I'm here looking at them, they end up all in that one corner block. And if that's the case, then this farm will be a lot easier. I'll just have to come up here and hit them once. Another problem I have is I put water here to flush the resin to my hoppers, but I made a pretty critical error in that these half slabs, for some of them, these guys, they're up a half slab, which means they don't actually run down all the way. So all of these I need to go ahead and remove and just place down a normal block here so that the resin can actually make it to my hopper lines all the way around and go into the crafters, because I'm definitely not going to sit here and pick up stacks upon stacks of resin. But so much gets dropped out of the sides instead of all of it going down just with how the shifting floor works, which is why I kind of have this hopper line on the side here. So let's go ahead and make that improvement. Let's add in the dogs and see how much we can get in just one full Minecraft night of running. Okay, let's go for it. After a little bit of research, dogs only hit a single target at a time, sadly. So dogs won't be able to automate this, but we can show you the hot air balloon in the entrance. I have just the ladders on trapdoors here. My support structure I still need to tear down and put away all the extra blocks, but this will get us up to the base of the hot air balloon, kind of like a rope ladder leading down. I might switch out the spruce trapdoors for an oak or something that has mainly a hole in it. I don't know. We'll play around with that. And I want to add in, actually, I got barrels here. I don't got to add anything in here. Then we'll go up top into this section, dodge the fire, up top again. Very nice. I can add more storage down here. I could add a small furnace array if I wanted to cook up all of our resin. I have emptied out the system though. And there is a piston in my way. That's because I gotta go this way. Nice. So the bottom lever here just turns on the auto crafters to be crafting. And then the top lever here is what actually turns the farm on to run. If I can get high enough, I don't think I can. But every time that a block goes over, it just shifts them back. I'm going to go ahead and run this for one full night and see how much resin we can actually get out of one night of this farm. Also, I wasn't hitting all the creekins before, so maybe I'll move my hitting spot to here and I'll move the sign over. So this here is everything that I had in my inventory from the previous low runs. I do need to fix my waterways because I still had a bunch of stuff getting stuck here. Probably because instead of the water flowing down in here, it's a whole block. I don't know. But we ran it for a whole night and we got 1, 2, 3, 4.5 stacks of resin. That's not bad at all, especially because these are 9 resin. And in order to make a brick, you only need 4 of these guys smelted down. So each of those is double for the blocks, for the brick blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 block stacks per night. And a night's, what, 10 minutes? 15 minutes? So not bad at all. I definitely have some loss resin though. And especially up top, I noticed. Let's see if I can even make my way up here. But and okay, one more. I noticed that I could see like right on the edge of the logs, resin was getting stuck instead of washing in. So I don't know if I need to delay my timer. I don't know if I just need to do a 2-tick here, right, like that. and one more over here because I believe those are what controls my trapdoors. So hopefully that will increase the time just enough for the rest of the resin to wash on down. Let's get rid of my blocks I built up with. What side did I do that on? This side. Now, I hope you all had a fantastic day. This was a really wonderful build and a really cool build to do. I've never done a hot air balloon, but it is something that I've always wanted to do back when I played on the Xbox 360 4-person split screen with my brother and our friends. So it's been a really cool experience to actually build one. Next, I have no clue what I'm going to do next. I still need to do a natural bamboo farm. I want to get a building meant for making mud. We have the rest of the flight field to kind of design here, figure out the walls, all sorts of stuff to do. So we'll see what happens next episode. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, and remember to make it a great week. Thanks for watching.